Hello everybody, happy Friday. I hope your week was good. I hope you survived. This was my birthday week and I had a really good time. On my birthday. I booked an appointment to do micro locks, so I am officially a locked hun. So like here they are, I'm not sure if you can see them. But yeah, I've started that journey. But besides all of that, we can catch up in the comment section on how your Fridays were, or what are your plans for the weekends. So in this video, last week I did a video on my breastfeeding journey specifically, and this week I will do a video on the advice I would give anyone considering breastfeeding, right? Some of the things that I may have missed in my breastfeeding journey that I'd really like another mummy to be aware of, to make their journey easier than I had it. So yeah. Okay, first advice, and I think the most important one I would give anyone, is to prepare for breastfeeding. And to prepare for your breastfeeding journey, this might happen before you are expecting. If you know you want to have kids, it might happen during your pregnancy, like how it happened for me. And yeah, just before you start the breastfeeding journey, prepare mentally. And what is to prepare mentally? I'd say exposure to breastfeeding. If you know someone who's breastfed, either your like mom or sisters or friends, anyone, discuss with them, ask questions on how it was, how they decided on breastfeeding. Yeah, also what I did the most was I'm big on social media and getting advices off of social media. So I did a lot of searching on TikTok and YouTube. So I searched specifically, I want experiences that are South African based, because I know a lot of breastfeeding content is coming from the US, and we appreciate that. Like they lead a lot of conversations on anything, basically. We appreciate that, but I want my advice to be in the context of South Africa. So to know where I will buy like a pump, or yeah, everything must be in the context of South Africa. And luckily you will get some information, not a lot, but some breastfeeding information on your TikToks, on your Instagrams, on your YouTubes as well. So I'd say prepare mentally, specifically. Also discuss it with your doctor to know more, and yeah, just prepare mentally before you start breastfeeding. Second advice would be to research lactation consultants. As much as you might discuss your breastfeeding journey with your doctor or your gynae, I personally, I don't think they will give you as much information as you would want, specifically on how to latch your child, which latch is correct, and all of the details of breastfeeding, cluster feeding, any detail relating to it, and what you can and cannot do, and what you can eat and cannot eat, and what you should be eating, how many liters of water. All of those details I have found a lactation consultant might be able to give you, right? I'd say research lactation consultants before you start breastfeeding, so that you know where they are. You probably need them after you've, like, maybe a week or a couple of days after you give birth, or whenever you feel like you need assistance or you need help, right? When you research them, I think I would advise to research ones that do house calls, because I remember feeling like I didn't want to get out, especially with the baby. It was so much effort. So it would be nice to get someone who will come to your own home and show you the breastfeeding positions, because even how you sit matters. Your comfort, so that you breastfeed well, matters. What pillows you can use and how to anchor the baby or how to hold the baby, they will be able to show you all of that in the comfort of your own home. So I'd say research lactation consultants and sort of have an idea of who you'd like before you give birth. So yeah. Another one would be to get a pump before giving birth. The mistake I did was to think that I don't want to pump milk before like 3 months, before my baby turns 3 months. But like I normally say, in my situation, things didn't turn out how I planned because my baby had to go into the NICU. And in order to maintain supply, breastfeeding is a supply and demand thing. If there's no demand and your baby isn't breastfeeding, then your supply will not develop or it will go away and you might struggle. So in events like that, I'm not saying like plan for your baby going into the ICU, but I'm saying that have a breastfeeding pump, even if it's inexpensive, just something before you go to the hospital. And it would be good to actually purchase it before, because if you're getting a lactation consultant, they might also show you how to use your pump, because you might think it's easy, you just put it in your breast and you start pumping, but they will show you comfortable positions and anything you might need for the pump as well. So get a pump before you give birth. If you're lazy like how I am, also get a haka, right? I did describe what a haka is. It is a pump as well, but it isn't a pump that is reliant on a motor. Is it a motor? But it isn't a pump that's reliant on something sucking. It collects licked down, right? And I know and it's called a haka because there's an official company called Haka. I think it's a US based company, and it costs a lot of money, but you can get Haka similar products. I'll try and include maybe the one that I bought from Pigeon that collects your milk. So get that if you're lazy and you want your baby to have that experience of drinking the bottle so that they don't reject the bottle, but don't want to pump as well. You can use a Haka for that. It is really convenient. I'd advise any breastfeeding mom to use a Haka. I'd also advise you to get a pump flange, as well as to also measure your nipple. And this is something I didn't do completely, and I knew I needed it, but I was just so exhausted that I thought, no man. So what I read up on is the breast pumps that they sell to us as mothers use the nipple size of a cow, because all of these breast pumping things started on cows because they're getting milk from cows. So I think the standard breast pump will have, is it 21? I don't know if it's 21 centimeters. Not centimeters, that's a lot. 21 something though. I don't know what the measurement is, if it's centimeters or millimeters or what, or diameter. I think it's 21, which is quite big. With a lot of these breastfeeding companies, as well as Amazon or Take-A-Lot, you can go there and you can research you can research either flange size or flange measuring or nipple measure. So there's a nipple measure that you can buy, or you can even do it at home with a ruler to measure from start to finish of your nipple, and from there you will get a flange. So a flange is an adjustment that you will put inside of your pump, right? That adjustment will adjust according to the size of your breast. And the reason why you need to get this is because if you don't, and the size of your nipple is much smaller than the size of the original pump that you're getting, it will be painful because there will be so much space. It won't only be dragging milk from your nipple, it will also pull the rest of your breast, so you'll have a lot of skin going into your pump, which is extremely painful. I think I was lazy to do this, and looking back, I don't know why, because it could have made my breast pumping journey much easier, and I would have hated it less, because it did come with pain, and you have an option not to be in pain when you're pumping. So I'd really advise you to do that. Yeah. Another advice I'd give you is to start pumping after your milk supply has regulated. So the first either 4 to 6 weeks of breastfeeding, your milk supply is all over the place, because your baby is cluster feeding. So if they're cluster feeding to try and increase your breast milk supply, your body, because it's not used to this, it will increase the supply a lot. So you end up leaking, and so it goes up and down, the milk supply. So if you start pumping when that milk supply hasn't regulated, you're sending a message to your body, because pumping is like your baby drinking. It sends a message to your brain that baby needs more. So when you're pumping, you're telling your body that I need more milk, whilst your baby isn't drinking, right? And I know you might start pumping because you want, if you're going back to work, you'd want a milk stash in your freezer. So you'd want all of that milk to be stored up, so that by the time you go to work, you know that your baby is sorted. And the reason I'm saying to not do this, to not start your milk stash before it stabilizes, is because it will take longer for your brain to get used to the signals that you're giving it. It will think that your baby is more hungry, and it will give more milk. And when giving more milk, you stand risks of your milk ducts blocking, because there's so much milk, and from the engorgement you might experience milk ducts blocking, and also something called mastitis. So that milk duct that is blocked might lead you to have an infection. So apparently it's really painful. Luckily I haven't experienced it, but I did experience a clogged milk duct, and the only solution for it is just to let your baby drink out of the breast that is painful. So yeah, to try and avoid all of those, because when it gets to mastitis, then you need antibiotics. Then it will disrupt your breastfeeding journey, because you will only be able to breastfeed your child off of one nipple. And I'm not even sure if you can breastfeed while on antibiotics. But please, do some research on like mastitis and like a blocked milk duct. So yeah, I would advise you to only start pumping when it has stabilized your milk supply, that is. One thing about breastfeeding, it requires a lot from you as a mom. It requires you to drink a lot of water, which is something I underestimated in my journey. And it also requires you to eat a lot more. You will get hungry and you will get thirsty. To try and encourage your milk supply, especially with liquids, I'd say get a cute water bottle, right? I got those 2-liter water bottles. It's pink from Take A Lot, just to encourage you when you see that water bottle to actually drink water. So get a cute water bottle, as well as getting something called jungle juice. So jungle juice is just a mixture of a lot of ingredients in a juice. I know a lot of them encourage you to mix apple juice with fenugreek, with a lot of these ingredients, and all of these ingredients actually help promote your milk production. Also drink a lot of warm liquids as well. Drink your rooibos tea, drink your chamomile teas, there's also like mommy teas that they sell for your milk supply. So drink a lot of liquids, and yeah, I'd encourage you to do do that. It really helps with your milk supply. I'd also encourage you to keep warm. I don't know if this was proven or not, but I've seen a lot of breastfeeding mothers who come from like the Asian descendants or Asian community, specifically your Chinese mothers. They will tell you to always keep warm, to never drink anything cold. And from what I've experienced, specifically in winter, it helps to keep warm from my breast milk, right? Keep warm, drink nice warm things, as well as to take a shower with hot water. I think that's why us as women like to take shower with like extremely hot water. That will help you with your milk supply, because when you put extreme hot, not extreme, like don't burn yourself, but like put nice hot water towards your breasts, it will that warmness will stimulate your breasts to make them give milk, right? Or more milk, in my opinion. I remember my mom, when I asked her how to, like, especially when you're in the hospital, how do you first encourage your breasts to give milk, because it hasn't been doing that before you gave birth. And she said, kama like uyalkami bel, ne? And I asked her how you do this, and she would say, like, you basically take a towel that is hot and you put it on around your breast to encourage it to give milk. So if hot water does that, it will help every day. Every day, take a nice hot shower. Make sure that you even stay there for even like 2-3 minutes with the water hitting your breast. It will do wonders for your milks. Continue with prenatal vitamins. So when you are pregnant, most likely your doctor would prescribe something like a Preg Omega, which has 3 pills. One is your normal fish oil, omega-3. Another will be calcium, because from 12 weeks of pregnancy, your baby will steal your calcium, making your bones weaker so that they can develop their own bones. What's the third one? The third one is the pregnancy one. I forgot it. I forgot it. Maybe I'll write it down. It's the pregnancy one, though, that you need when you're pregnant. But they 3 pills. So those pills, you would maybe think that you can stop it after pregnancy, but I would encourage it for breastfeeding, because baby will take a lot from you when you're breastfeeding. I remember after giving birth, even while pregnant, I felt like there was something wrong with my knees, right? And even my mom would say that, like amadolo aku will go through the most. And I noticed I wasn't old when I had my baby, but my knees were going through the most. And I noticed that this is what my mom spoke about, that when you have kids, it will affect your joints, it will affect your bone density, all of these things. So you need to, especially when you're breastfeeding, it will continue taking from you, it will continue taking calcium, nutrients that would have helped you and your bones and your skin and everything. It will take it for the baby, it will prioritize the baby. So help your body out by continuing to drink these. I still drink them now, and I am 17 months postpartum, but I still drink them. Okay, I remembered the third pill that Preg Omega comes with. It's folic acid. So that's the vitamin specifically for pregnant women, but not exclusive to them. So yeah, all right. I'd also encourage you to eat, ne? And snack. Have snacks around. I remember telling my partner when he went grocery shopping to get me a lot of snacks, like to get me snacks as if I was selling them. I know there's this place that sells like snacks in bulk. So your knickknacks, your tennis biscuits, those lunch size snacks for kids, that they come in bulk. Buy those. Don't be afraid. Buy those. Have snacks around the house. Constantly snack. It will encourage your milk supply. And eat as well. Don't be afraid to eat, even if it's 4 times or 5 times a day, constantly snack, because it will take a lot from you. Breastfeeding takes so much from you. Another tip would be to not compare your breastfeeding journey to another mother's. So when I would get on TikTok, I'd see people like pumping like your liters of milk and putting them in their freezer, while I was only pumping like 300 mils if I'm lucky at one go, or like during the day it would be 120 mils, but that was enough for my baby, right? Don't compare your breastfeeding journey to another mother, because it'll make you not content. That time your baby is doing good, they're appreciating the milk that you give them. And yeah, I'd also encourage you to not stress, because stress will instantly decrease your milk supply. So try not to stress, try to be happy. Whatever that's stressing you, try to deal with it, because it will affect basically your baby's food. Also pray about your milk supply. If you feel like you need more, pray about it. God is the one that gives us the ability to feed our kids. Therefore, if you're struggling with feeding your child, tell him about it. Say, hey, I need more milk. I'm stressing about this. Please help me. He will. He definitely will. One thing about Oprah God, oh, he listens, Shem. He listens, and he will give you your heart's desires. I think this is my last advice. It would be to be comfortable while you're breastfeeding. Breastfeeding will take a lot of time, especially in the beginning, so try to be as comfortable as you can. Have your water bottle next to you. Have a table maybe that you will put everything that you need next to you. Have your water bottle. Have a nursing pillow. Don't be afraid to buy these things for your own comfort. Nursing pillow. Have a pillow at your back. Try to do everything to get you comfortable, because it will take a while. Have your phone, especially at night when you're breastfeeding. Have your phone, go on TikTok, just encourage yourself throughout the journey. Yeah, try to be comfortable. That's it on my side. Those are my tips. If you have any other tips that you have seen on TikTok or you'd like us to discuss, we can do it in the comment section. But yeah, that's it on my side. Bye everyone.